the word demon was coined by Moses, and it actually means lesser spirit. It's an insult to call them demons. But Christians are so cowardice that we won't even say the word because we're like, oh, don't say demons. You might give them some kind of power. Demons are chumps, okay? And it's the control they have over your life is not the extent of their power. It's the extent of your sin. It's the amount of permission you've given them to occupy your life. I've been there. I'm not judging you. I was doing horrible things, sleeping around, and I had serious problems for a long time. There's something in your life probably from your past that you're holding on to. And I'm not calling out one person here. So if you're watching this and you think I'm talking about your case, I've gotten like a dozen messages about the same thing. And so I'm just trying to address it publicly. I'm not trying to talk about any private messages anyone sent me or anything like that. But it's just been like, it's such a heavy topic and it's so frequent. I figured I would just address it in addition to responding to the messages. But you guys have to remember, they feed off fear, right? They feed off sin. And so you've given them permission. It's like Monsters, Inc., where they go through the door and there's this gauge of fear. And the amount of fear they can pull off you is the amount of control they have over you. Because fearing the enemy is to elevate the enemy to God, because you're supposed to fear God and not fear anything else. That's actually one of the cool parts about Christianity. If you fear God, you don't have to fear anything else, and so you can walk through life fearless. Not just that, if you fear God, you can't fear anything else. It's a sin to fear anything else. And what we're doing as Christians is we fear the devil, but we don't fear God, and that's why we have demonic problems. We're glorifying the enemy through worship, which is fear. When you fear demons, you're worshiping them and you're empowering them. And the way to break the fear cycle, I call it the sin cycle. To fear the enemy is a sin. To sin is to give demons permission to stay in your life, and they use that proximity to you to terrify you, to cause more sin, to cause more fear, to cause more. You get this cycle, right? And it creates this feedback loop where you're just like crushed. And when you're in it, I know it feels horrible, but I'm telling you, it's a very simple problem. It is, once you're out of it, you're just like, I can't believe they had me that deceived. It's like Mysterio in Spider-Man, where like you think it's really real to you, but it's really just projectors. You think you're in this world and all this stuff's happening, and it's just like projectors, smoke and mirrors. That's what you're stuck in right now. I know it feels really horrible, but I'm telling you, there's hope. It's very simple. And so the way you break the sin cycle is not to pray for less fear. That's a trap. Pray for increased love that casts out all fear, and keep praying that prayer and reach out, and we'll talk about it, but that's the way to get out.